Hey there everyone, it's Aidan here from Push Square with our review for Exoprimal. Now this one's coming a little bit later than usual, but that's because Sammy Barker has been hard at work getting to that late game content to capture the full picture of this dino killing experience. Anyway, let's see if it's worth checking out in Sammy's review of Exoprimal. Capcom has been searching for a successful online shooter of its own for quite some time, and its catalogue is littered with misfires like Umbrella Corps or Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City as a result. Exoprimal is the closest it's come yet, delivering a breathless blend of hero shooter and horde mode that's underlined by the Japanese publisher's unrivaled penchant for tight responsive gameplay. While it does take a little time to fully reveal its appeal and is ultimately a bit lightweight in overall content, there's the foundation of a future smash hit here. Surprisingly, for a co-op focused multiplayer game, there is also a story. It's a little unwieldy, but it's delivered in a tongue-in-cheek manner throughout and depicts a near future scenario where genetically modified dinosaurs are falling from vortexes in the sky and casually causing chaos. In response, a suspicious organisation named the IBS Corporation has developed super soldier exosuits and an artificial intelligence named Leviathan to help push back against the prehistoric threat, with the latter eventually going rogue. The unhinged AI ultimately ends up creating a time loop, forcing humans to participate in Hunger Games styled war games in order to extract their combat data. Of course, all of this serves as narrative justification for the dino dispatching skirmishes you'll be engaging in, although the cutscenes you unlock along the way are amusing and much better written than they have any right to be. As you complete matches, you will unlock data points which you can then analyse in the main menu, slowly unravelling the plot and its various mysteries. While the story is unexpectedly engaging, it's the 5-on-5 battles that are by far the big star of the show here. At its core, this is a wave-based shooter, with the twist being that you'll be racing to complete your objectives against another team. Each match concludes with a final task with both PvP and PvE options available. In the former skirmishes, you'll eventually come into direct contact with your opponents, like when you need to transport a data payload from one side of the map to the middle, which naturally becomes the epicenter of an intense battle. Combat plays out from a third-person perspective and it's snappy at 60 frames per second, with the exosuit specifically feeling powerful but never weighty or overbearing. There are multiple characters across three main classes: assault, tank and support, and this is where Capcom's design chops really come into their own, because each option feels distinctive, unique and most importantly, fun. Even more impressively, the synergies between different exosuits add a layer of tactical depth that gives everyone on the team an important role. For example, Krieger is able to summon a bubble-like shield on demand, which can protect his squad from smaller cannon fodder dinos like raptors. Once inside that shield, the Witch Doctor can then drop a healing ring, allowing all teammates to safely replenish their health. As prehistoric pests gather and formulate on the outside of the shield, Skywave can launch a gravitational orb in their direction, bringing them all closer together and providing the perfect opportunity for Deadeye to blow them sky high with a well-placed grenade. Strategies like this unfold emergently during gameplay, and as everyone begins to acclimatise to their role, you can really begin to steamroll through those dinos. It's here that the game throws unique challenges at you, like the large dinosaurs, which break up your flow and force you to think on your feet if you want to survive. And this is without even mentioning the latter stage assaults, where opponent teams can commandeer dinosaurs in a last-ditch attempt to push for victory. At its most chaotic, this is among the best co-op action we've experienced in quite some time. The downside then is that it takes a long time for Exoprimal to really reveal the scale of its content. There are a lot of dinosaur types and even multiple maps, but you'll need to push through around 15 to 20 matches, or approximately 10 or so hours, before you really get to experience them. A handful of set-piece story missions are also introduced sporadically, but again, take several hours to properly surface. If you have a low attention span, then you may be forgiven for thinking this is a one-trick Podokesaurus, but it's not. That said, the game is still a little on the lightweight side, and once you've tried all of the characters, your interest may start to wane. This is where the game's post-release support is going to be key. It has the foundation for something that could catch on here, but it's going to need to be nimble if it intends to retain interest. Crossplay, and if we're being honest, the Game Pass launch His main matchmaking has been rapid for us since day one, but we could see the player base starting to dwindle if the publisher doesn't keep things fresh. And a little bit of clarification here, while crossplay is a thing, you can actually squad up with your friends on other platforms. It's a bit of a weird setup. Street Fighter 6 and Monster Hunter collaborations are coming, and ever-changing Savage Gauntlet missions aim to keep the gameplay varied week on week with new challenges and missions. Potential long-term issues aside though, this is another win for a publisher who can seemingly do no wrong. The action is fast and frenetic, the characters are all unique and interesting in their own ways, and the presentation is clean and easy to read. By combining the best of hero shooters and horde mode and then tossing hundreds of blood-hungry dinosaurs into the mix, Capcom has struck gameplay gold here. Exoprimal is a white-knuckle fusion of Overwatch 2 and Gears of War, resulting in one of the best co-op shooters in quite some time. With a varied and entertaining roster of characters, all with unique playstyles and synergies, there's tactical depth to its third-person shooter gameplay, which only serves to make its pulsating prehistoric battles all the more rewarding. And while it's a little lightweight at launch and there will be questions over whether it'll receive the post-release support required to ensure its longevity, there's the foundation for something truly special here. Thank you everyone for checking out our review for Exoprimal. Remember to let us know down in the comments whether you're picking this game up or the fun that you've been having with it so far. While you're down there though, remember to leave a like, and even better, subscribe to the channel if you're on the hunt for more PlayStation video content just like this. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I've been Aiden, this has been Push Square, and I'll see you in the next one.